course, you can teach. And remember, the essence of this whole thing is that you have a desire to express yourself. You're not interested in expressing anything. Don't make that the subject of whatever. This active form and passive form, I'm going to give you something. You have to locate them, whether in the newspaper or in the journal. And then I also told you that the language you suit the reader. You know what I mean? The language you suit is the reader. And then make sure your writing reflects you. You don't see? Just like this tone is a unique template for you. TV your voice, I hope it's unique. Your writing should be unique to you. We also look at the problem. What people encounter, particularly those of you that write in an organization. Number one, I said, you have information, but you have refused to organize it. You can have a beautiful room like that, but the organization does not reflect it. That means another one. Take out things there. And then don't abuse your technical. Don't take the light. Don't be always ready to be impersonal. Because there's a tendency that you will be asking. I saw, I observed, we concluded. The question I will ask all of you is the last question. I don't know how you treat your report. Do you treat your report and anytime you submit it, you look like somebody who has really come down from the mountain? It is not sufficient to come in the report. You should be worried whether the report conveys the idea to somebody who was not there when you walk, but is in the area. That should be what should be of importance. Not, can you give them one of that? So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share this. When you come back immediately, maybe 15-30 minutes, take, just give them one. If you first of all look at the content and choose an article that interests you. I don't want you to choose something that is coming down from the mountain. There are table of contents, look at it. Read something and then look at the writing of the person. Well, it's time so many things. Look at the writing. I will correct the newspaper after. Look at the writing of the man and say, look at the table of contents and say what? They are all different, they are all different. You want what? That tells you have more articles to choose from. The bigger the better, isn't it? Look at the table of contents. I'm not asking you to look at all of them. Choose an article in that. And then the article, if you're something, is there anybody from humanities background? I have that kind of job to ask you. Get me, there's one, university one, that made it there. Very close to that. They will give you things on their education. I think I've gotten it. You are gotten the topic. Look at them and see the one. Choose only one article. And look at what the person did. I want you to criticize his writing. Of particular, I'm more interested in you fishing out the passive sentence, the ones that are weak, and correcting them. That's what you're going to start with when you come back from one day. Okay. But before you go, let me tell you, before you go, I'll show you this. I'm giving you what to do. Let us come back. This is what they call mind map. How did I know about it? I told my son at the secondary school. I think it was in the second semester of summer. She came back first time or second time. And said they gave her an assignment on mind map. I think it was mind map. I was all about at that time. Yeah, that one, give to her. Everybody, hold on, table. Are you will manage it? Give to him. You see a lot of glasses part. Okay, sure. Now, when I found that the mind map is about how to condense issues on the subject in one page. One minute. You are computer science. You can't take the money. You say money. And then what are you doing now? What is your background? What is your really technical? Stop it up, don't give them that one. They are technical. So what they did is that it's an interesting thing. Many, I wish I were younger to learn all these things. There's so many things to learn. And then I had my daughter with mind mapping. I had to go for this. And then finally I found you on mind mapping for writing. And then you are going to see what they did. I'm not the one that produced this. I'm not the one. They gave us, they said, okay, how to check your writing? That's what the guy did. He said, you see this branch, it's all about grammar. Eh? If you look at the grammar, it talks about adverb, tenses, adjectives, verb, whatever. And I want you to notice regular, irregular. This one is adjectives or something like that. Let's do this. Leave aside. Descriptive, okay. Now continuous, all these things. Now alter grammar. So learning grammar, if you want to take your writing, learning grammar is a branch that you have to look at very well. Now, if you did that, he says for you to take your writing, you have to deal with the issue of content. I want you to look at what's in content. The context, the vocabulary, whether it is rich, relevant, the content, the purpose, and other things you are aware of. This is what they call the content of it. He reads the content, he measures another tentacle of that piece. Frustration. We have done this. Look at it. Look at it. All the corner one. I will tell you about. It goes back to look at another practice. What is this? Oh, what is oxidation? Is it not true? Yeah. So he says, for you to check a good writing, you must consider flow. You must consider this oxidation. You must consider the transition. You must consider how they are linked. That's crazy. And then, what kind of expression are you using? Are you active? Are you passive? Are you using idiom? So you can see that without knowing about this, we are covered a lot about writing. When you come back this afternoon, we start with format, logic, format. So we covered a lot of logic here. Logic is about computation. Is that not true? So that's, you can go for break now. And then when you come back, I'll give you an exercise in for the fact. So don't think and break this forever. So when you go, you come back and do the exercise for me. I'll just come and ask you, give you one, and then we'll be Are you trying to find it now? Okay. Okay, let me take one. Show me your best.
Yes.
Your worst piece.
The report is by Dr. Henry A. on like for example, the department said,
Listen to him now. This is where I read.
due to the different scale of measurement, bracket open, figure 1, bracket close, comma. So we should have just said figure 1 shows the comparison between core, log, and seismic activities. That must be problem.
That is. You are not correcting him. You are correcting him because he can write a better sentence, but not passive and active. I hope you understand. It's like he's making mistakes some of us make. Look, when you put something on parentheses, what is it telling you? You can ignore as well. So don't put critical things in the parentheses.
Then there's another one. The geological reservoir model must be general enough for easy adaptation.
Okay, so if you think it's bad, what do you say?
The geological reservoir model must be, instead of putting it up, it should just be, must be enough for easy adaptation. General enough.
I'm not saying you don't need bad. I'm not going to look at that. The looking, you have not told me what I want to hear. So, everybody must go in. If that one is tearing too much, then they give you another one. And they give you another paper that is not wrong.
This is Nigerian domestic gas market.
Yes.
Blessing from the UK sector. By University of Scotland.
Yes.
It says, one of the parameters, since 1958, gas production in Nigeria have gone hand in hand with good oil production. Another place said that when government
No. This one you found out. What is the problem? On the hand. I go hand in hand. In association. It's not true.
Yes.
Gas is produced in association. That's what they call association. Yeah, but that does not mean it's passive. I'm looking for passive sentence. We must find it today.
So, another one, sorry.
We have not found any.
He said when government woke up, she adopted a stick and carrot policy approach, mainly to discourage gas records.
What's the problem with that? Government waking up. They were sleeping. What do they call it? Idiom. It's idiomatic expression. We don't put it in things like that. We don't put idiomatic expression in our chief assembly. Okay, I'm coming now. Tell me on.
This one, MJ, he said, educated, said the fact that a modern nation such as Nigeria is still without adequate technology in this day and age must be ascribed to one or more of these things. That's what it said. So instead of saying the fact that a modern nation such as Nigeria is still without adequate technology in this day and age, should have as well just said Nigeria is without adequate technology into this fact.
It's okay. You've got off unnecessary sentences, but I'm not giving me a passive word.
Okay.
You are not giving me. Keep on looking for it.
It is so vitally important for controlling the safety and environmental issues. The moment it is important for controlling.
I agree, but you have not told me what is passive and active. I agree with you. You have taken unnecessary words. Yeah, that's what. Say that again.
There is vitally
How can vital importance? Is it a verb there? The passive and active has to do with the verb. Is it not true?
Yes.
Vital importance is adjective and noun. It's the verb that is the issue. Okay, let's see.
In three instances, you mentioned prior to introduction of PhD water. They also made it on that point again. A review of drilling performance instead of just saying the drilling performance.
You have not told me passive and active. You have not. And everybody, I must hear some good ones before we continue. Monday, nothing. Peace with you.
So, okay, this was gas injection into the Asabo reservoir.
Yes.
Initiated in April 17 to maintain reservoir pressure and enhance oil production. The person now said this was as a result of a study that showed the company of gas injection.
What is the passive and active? You know what the passive and active? He has dealt with the verb in a way that is unique. Where's the passive? Read it now. Read it again.
This study shows
Yes.
recovery from gas injection to be superior. That's what you are doing.
That's
was interactive. This was the result of a study that showed.
Okay, backwards. Okay, this study, I agree with you. But it's a weak one. Find a strong one.
Okay, Paul, I think I have my name.
One that is
The successful primary cementation and complete eradication of the linear cementing has been demonstrated in possible integration.
no.
Said more viscous more.
No, you have taken one.
Has been. What I'm saying, you could have said, okay, the linear cementing
Let's take your first.
or was demonstrated or.
Okay, read your first. I need your first sentence. Let's read your first sentence. Hey, read it. Let's read.
Successful primary cementation and complete eradication of the linear cementing has been demonstrated with possible demonstration.
What's wrong with this?
I think it's kind of passive, it has been.
Okay, so it's demonstrated.
Yes.
Okay, but that's a weak one.
Okay, then it's also said more viscous mods have been used.
Are used. We are used. But I'm still looking for somebody who will find it. Let me tell you, these examples I show you, they all came from this. And in many cases, the students will bring it out and I will include it. I think it's me that found all the examples. I found many, but not me. Okay, and then
operations for men here in 1984 since successfully about our
reasonable.
operations for men here in 1984 and since successfully about our
Okay, let's tell us this.
well have increased since 1984.
You have just done it upside down. We started, what do you say, we commenced in there and drilled and successfully drilled numbers wells. We started in 1981 and successfully drilled X number of wells. Is it not the same? It is, I agree, the other person was weak.
Okay, the first page says, to arrest the pressure decline and increase output of recovery, 4 main tools. Comply with the appropriate federal government through regulations. A study was commissioned to investigate what benefits.
Is that still one sentence?
It's about 40 words.
Okay, that's where the problem started.
Yeah, exactly. So the study was commissioned. Should have said we commissioned this study.
Study. That's, you are trying to be personal. The commission is study to that, but you are not showing me what is. I'll come round again. It's not just one. We're not going to stop. Mr. Bama.
Okay, it says the interference effect was simulated by deducting some pressures from the key pressure data. The interference effect was simulated by deducting some pressures from the key pressure data.
Okay.
So, I mean, we simulated interference effect by deducting some pressure.
Very good. No doubt about that. That's the but yet. I'm not giving me what I want. You did it well. It flows. What did it flow? That's what it is. Right.
I should read it.
Yeah, read the first and then read the what you wrote.
Be that as it may.
You hear the language. Be that as it may. Is it not wasted effort?
In the package of the sentence, the mail available to industries designed to lay the foundation for a more purposeful and sound industrial base.
Okay.
So what are we saying? And the census have been made.
What is the census of the age?
And the census has been made for industries designed.
Think about it again. The census has been made. What do? You get the census.
And it's
Is it not to give
has
it?
been given.
Yeah, not made. You give incentives to encourage something. Is that correct?
Yes.
Not to be
Not
made.
made.
You give
And the
incentives.
census has been given to industries designed for foundation and sound industrial base.
Yes, but not yet. I need to go around again. We must find that person. The one who really see but it's like stumped on your face. Go ahead.
This is simply because the universities are part of the society and need to be seen to play an important role in productivity. And this is simply because the universities are part of the society and play an important role.
I agree, but not get strong.
This sentence, there are like two verbs at the past. What was missing here is a direct comparison between ultrasonic and sonic processing frequency measurements on the same sample. So it should have been what was missing instead of listening. What was missing is a comparison instead of is a direct comparison. But what was missing is a comparison between ultrasonic and sonic.
I can see you dealing with unnecessary words, but I'm not sure this is possible.
Okay.
I'll right.
Usually, the most acceptable basis for gas pricing is hammer.
It's what?
Hammer.
For gas prices. Oh, stammer.
Hammer.
Read it again.
Usually, the most acceptable basis for gas pricing is hammer.
I hope you understand what I'm saying. You understand? I think he's talking about the thermal content, heat content, energy content of that, this for that. Okay, what's wrong with that? Stopping the thermal is not right. Thermal, there's something after thermal. What is wrong with that? Sorry, you have not done it. Is there anybody who has seen a catching one? I need a catching one. If not, it's an assignment for the evening. You must show me that is once you read it, every one of us will say that is it. That's a passive word. And we all change it. You have not shown. You have shown me my words have been, But I still want you to show me the one that I will share today. Now I will move on. Let's talk about the style of correspondences. Basically, let me start by telling you, I'm not going to tell you anything said about language will apply. But the only thing that is different for each one is the format. Is it not? The structure. Many of you are already familiar. For example, you know how we want anything. Is that correct? From, so, day, subject, are we together? Right. The only thing I will say about, you want to ask a question?
I don't know if you mind if I read something I just said.
Okay. Please, you are not being enthusiastic. This is a disaster, you are going to get in trouble.
Yes, there's a tasteful evaluation of saturation belonging to the based on two traditional methods. Pulse, neutral capture, and carbon oxidation.
Yes.
Which are the neutral capture and carbon oxidation. There are two methods which is expressed to.
That's not bad. Yes, right. But yes, not 100%. What I'm trying to tell you is, these are correspondences that exist. I will spend more time teaching you proposal. I also tell you about business report structure. I'll do that. But the way you write your letter, everybody knows how to write a letter, isn't it? You write that side, yes, sir. You write the subject, I will together, it flows. It's not when it's finished, yours truly, yours faithfully, yours sincerely, right? Yours not, kind regards, my regards, warm regards, I'm not used to regards, this is regards.
This subject of letters, some in native
Which one?
the subject
Are you talking about memo now? Memo?
Yes. And the subjects of the memo, internal memo.
Ah.
Some put it just caps and no underlining. Some indent it to the left, some in the middle. Some use double case. So we come to the best form.
Okay.
Or you want to
Well, let me tell you. Some, you know, when you are writing, you know, they call block. You have to do like that. No block. But at times, you're not writing the block type. You have to do because you understand it. Okay? What there's something to say again? Oh, you don't need to bold and underline. When we didn't have things that could do bold, we underline. But what are you doing is to highlight. I would say that's enough. You don't do bold and you don't do underline. If you do write normally and underline, don't do bold. If you do bold, don't underline. I'm still going to talk about. Okay, let's talk about it now. You know, oh no, it's in the material. So emails, you don't have to write. Minutes, people are writing in excellently these days. Now we have line numbers. I hope you know. There's a way automatically you have line numbers so that when you are reviewing minutes, you can say line.
Yes.
That's a good style. That every line is numbered. I think Microsoft Word will give you that. So that you can business letter, agenda. What is agenda? You don't have to write the agenda of the meeting. So these are all things. What I would say, if you are using them formally, let your language be formal. And in most cases, these are business writing things. You write this kind of things in business. So let your language obey the rules we have taught you. The only thing that matters is the structure. I'm going to show you some of the structure, and then I think that should be at the last. I'm going to show you some of the structure when we finish this part. Some of the structure of this. Structure for a memo. But I'm going to show you structure for a main report first. That brings me to writing the report. And my question is, you want to write this? This is yes. And I ask the next question, are you going to write? The next question is also yes. Many of you are afraid to write. It's good. Some good that you're not afraid, but I tell you, many people are afraid to write. Oh, many of us are afraid to present. Two of us. Once two of you do something and they say one person will present. You have to say, why women? Get it. But the Bible is about such behavior. In presentation, you never do well without starting. Any day that you want to do the first one, you start. Do you understand? You don't manage, don't say I'm a manager, my level is here. You start like you're in elementary school, and that will be more hot. It will hurt you more than what you're supposed to do. You didn't know. What I'm trying to say is that there's no way you perfect your presentation without starting to do one. The earlier you take it on yourself to do one, the better. That's why I'm going to do one or two here today, and not today, in this class. Don't allow other people, because the man who presents it and he does it to replicate, it will be assumed that he's the one that is the work. So don't allow people to shine on you. Now, one thing I need to tell you in all this is that don't panic. The first time don't be too too cautious of being powerful, doing excellently well. But be conscious and desire us to improve. I don't know whether I understand. Don't say, I want it to go 100%. It will not. You start from 50% to 60 to 70. These are things that you go up. Nobody writes a report. The first one, the second one. No. If your manager has not written a report and you come to write it, you yourself are going to this company. Just knock it out. But you don't have the skill. So don't be afraid, just start. The reason why you shouldn't be afraid is that, look at it. Some of you, if you read the names of those people that wrote this, you know some of that. They are not smarter. And in some cases, they don't have more information than you do. Is that correct? So why are you hiding under the box? And I want to tell you this story. What I noticed when I went to do is, I told you at the beginning, they are advanced more than most. Whether we would have liked it or not. The reason is that there's the graduation. Their grandfathers wrote something. They had character to that. Not even this one, they had their own Arabic something. They wrote. And that's why they are ahead of us. There are what we call the levels of writing. You know, when we are doing a rundown of brief, we say common writing and common writing. But now, in terms of formality, we have laid down all the levels of writing into 4 categories. Number 1 is what we call level 1, very formal. Like your insurance documents, like your contract, they are all formal. That is not what the language you want to do. You don't want to, in a normal report, to bring in the language of the lawyer. They are rigid. You know what I mean? They are not regular. But we want you to write formally. Your company report, books, that's what you should write. It is not a place to start using slangs. It is not a place to start using colloquial. That's what we don't want. Start to be formal. The formality means the words you use are universally accepted and understood. The symbols you use are equally universally accepted. We still have level 3 of practice, we call it what? The informal. All these probation magazines, most of them are written informally. Your letters, private letters without each other, very informal. Finally, you have the colloquial language that we before. That is a field language. That is a dormitory language. You know dormitory? Go to students, they talk themselves, they will know that they are saying, you know, things like, the man is a colo. If you have never heard it before, you are colo. You're moving around, they are calling you a madman because you don't understand the language. That's a colloquial language. Actually, colloquial language is like language that's being understood by some close. Good read. Read. You know, read language varies from one read to the other. And it's a French read. It's different from Italian read. I hope you know that. So that's what we call colloquial. You always use level 2. The style of your writing will depend on the situation, audience, purpose, and medium. There are steps you need to take so that you don't submit to your task. The first one is when you finish, you ask yourself, is it the right jacket? I hope you know, by now you understand what I mean by jacket. The structure, the format. That's you dress in the pajamas and come here. We're going to think that you're mad. But your pajamas actually serve the purpose that this your cloth is doing now. But it is not dress for this kind of occasion. If you write a paper, this format may even vary from profession to profession, from company to company. The way you write your safety report may not be the way they even write it in the NPDC, unless NPDC standardizes it. You see another person, that's not how we write it. You tell them you write this one first. You tell you that's not the way we write it. That is what we call format. Come and do, after you conform the format, you do final editing. One of the things we encourage you to do, learn to use others to criticize your work. And the best person that will do the criticism was there, the person that doesn't like you. I like to do my work with people that don't like me. But I listen to their criticism. You can easily find out objective and subjective. I hope you know that. Yeah? Where you brand new white shirt, somebody says it's dirty. Brand, you know, yes. You know that it's just kidding. That is not an objective one. So allow them to read your work. And I encourage you to give your work to people because don't wait until you make what they call a mistake in the market square. Your boss, your MD has gotten your report and there are mistakes in it. That is going too far. Use your friend and tell them to take out all the typo, everything before it goes on. And don't be proud. Don't be proud. Don't be saying this man doesn't know. Use your wife. Buy her some beautiful things that she likes. Please read this for me. You'll be surprised that your wife will listen and say, I can't understand what you say and talk to me. But listen to her. If she said she doesn't understand, your empty will also say she doesn't understand. The only thing your wife, maybe you are reading your wife is studying English. The only thing she cannot understand is just the technical terms, isn't it? But if she sees the correct sentence, she will know. That's the language is faithful. So, we read and go. Now, how do you write an outline? I want to take all this. Now, what problem do you solve? Let's take the example of investigating the death of computer here. What problem did I solve? I investigated the test of computer in my department. How did I solve the problem? I applied lie detector test, interviewed them, and visited them in their home. Is it not the three methods? What did I observe? When I got the maker's house, he ran away, and also the lie detector point that he was mumbling at direct question. And then when I interviewed him, he was not consistent. Are we together? What you observe, part of what you observe is not how you two of you did a race. It's not part of how you jump the fence and you follow. And this one gives you what I call it a roadmap for avoiding irrelevancies. And then what is your conclusion? Because I found A, B, C, I conclude that you failed it. That's the argument. Just for maximum 5 words. So that you can be constrained. You cannot deviate. Now, what we do in writing the first draft is that you write as much as you write, you remember to write. Nobody says you should finish this without stopping. No. If you write one segment, you can stop. You write another segment, you can stop. But one of the things that you shouldn't worry about, you can don't start worrying about volume depth here. Don't start worrying about passive. No. In short, what is it? Empty yourself. Do you understand? You are wow. Because you are not going to submit it. And in some cases, you be writing something and you know that, oh, there's a missing link and you can't remember. Leave a space for it. After you go and find out, but you need to fill it. To revise, you need to rest. You need to prepare. Before coming back to the right. I know most of you will read things, but what you are reading is in your mind, but it's not reality. Has it not ever happened to you? I give you something, you read it. What you are reading is what is in your mind. You think that there's one word that's not there. It's because you have not had enough rest. If you rest, you will notice that that word is missing. Before you start, what is revising? That's one. The law, what is it you learn? You come to play. You reconsider, you rearrange, you phrase. Now, because you have to be conscious of who is reading the audience. Make sure from introduction to observation and conclusion that it is well done. Make sure it is logical. Make sure you have chosen your head, subheadings, and the appropriate words. Make sure the technical content is right. For those of us who use, scientists who use a lot of notation, don't invent your own notation. Because notations, they stand for word. If I say, if you write, when P is high, I will read it as a when pressure. Because that's how we present pressure. Don't tell me let S be pressure. You are wasting your time. Don't put S as pressure. Put P as pressure. Put I as current. Put V as voltage. Are we together? Yes. Non-clash notation. They are already internationally accepted notation. Don't go against them. And make sure that consistent. And then watch your sentence structure and work. I'm going to talk a little more about format, about how you section, how you reference. We are involved as a professor before you get promotion from the meeting paper. So I noticed that the biggest obstacle, one of the problems in this format, You saw a journal, you didn't take time to find out what is the format. Even format in referencing, they will not do that. Now, the editors of journal, when they get your paper, they look at how it's excellent and how the reference. Once you didn't get it right, they don't do it. They put their another after that. That was the deal of mail, people are saying like that. And you can be, maybe you are looking for hot paper to make a signal lecture. And then you open and they will respond that they are accepted. So what you get is not conforming to standard format casting. So it is good that you know that. So everybody will take it. Once you see a journal, the format is stated in what they call note for authors. Usually at the back. You have to see the right note for authors. Go and look at it if you want to publish the journal. Now, in final editing, we ensure that the paper you are doing with you. We ensure that we move smoothly from introduction to conclusion. We ask ourselves whether the road topic can this paper relate to me? What about the transition we have? Proofreading, give your paper to a friend, a comment, leave your paper to a outsider. Make sure your grammar is good. Let me spend some time and tell you about formats. Particularly, you soon know, you soon see the one we use in our university, everyone of you. You go to the university, you soon see the formats. We believe that there are, everything can be placed under two major kinds of formats. One is the one for reports, and one is the one for journal paper. I hope you know journal papers are actually extracted for reports, but they are not as voluminous as reports. The ones that have report format, the scientific report, books, they can be also time paper. Some people so lecturers will give you a time paper and say, use the report format. Apart from that, the paper format will be just the stamp paper and then the journal paper. These two things, the report format and paper, they are different. They are not the same, I'll show you. The normal report, not the paper, will have three main sections. One is called the preliminary. The other one is called the testation. And finally, you have what? This is the preliminary section. Normally, if you get any report, like one, this things I gave you like a report, you will notice you put a black page, the next row, they put a title page. I am giving you a general format. Yes, a general format that applies even for those who are writing books. Because copyright pages and all those things are in books. Is that correct? But later I'm going to just come back. But one interesting thing about preliminary pages, they will go, okay, let me take the report. If you take this report, they will go from here and then go to the table of content, list of tables, list of figures. After that, this is the preliminary page. The preliminary pages are numbered with Roman numbers. I. But that's not true for paper. For paper, the pages run from wherever I stop. From paper, I compile. So notes, popular pages and educated pages are common in books. Yes. In some books, nomenclature comes after. These are different cases. In some reports, table of contents comes before acknowledgement. In cases you have what we call approval page, which normally comes before acknowledgement. And then finally, the renewal pages are numbered with Roman numbers for reports. The second section is called the test section. The test section contains from introduction to conclusions. And it is from introduction that you start to write Arabic number, page 1, page 2, and then the last one. Preliminary pages are page. I think if you take that journal like this, you observe it, I'm sure you will see it. You see, because you see it, yeah, those are the preliminary pages. Once you get to the first number, here's page 1. Now, the reference page, the reference section, this is what it's contained on the report. That. And then I said author's index and subject index are common and usable. Now, in some reports, bibliography are at the end of the chapter. Yeah, that's some books, not many. For this section. Remember, here also we use Roman numbers. We don't use Arabic numbers. No, we use Arabic number. Arabic is 1, 2, 3. Roman is I. Roman is only used in the numeral, but this one is not to the last. Are we together? Just make it easy for ourselves. This is what you know. I've removed everything for books. Let's say your company report, the environmental impact report, whatever report. Oh, even your university project, this is what you use to report. Leave the paper, let's discuss the report. Now, what it means is that you have your title page. You have to acknowledge. You have to have, this is instead of after people are writing what? Summary. You have table of contents. You have this of tables and you have this of figures. Yeah. Why do you have to do that? Why do you do it? Just to show you that this is what? Preliminary page section. Is that correct? So from here, I do it. This one marks page 1. And then that is the format. That's the jacket. You notice that, and it is also part of organizational tool. It's not true. It is also part of what? Organization. You can't remove organization from there because that's what it's trying to do for you. So, when the state literature review, it's like we are telling you to go and look at previous work what others see. In some many cases, people just write previous work. And then you have your what they call statement of the problem. That is the problem. Under the statement of the problem, you have your objective of why you are writing that report. Also, terms of reference. Is it not? Terms of reference is part of approach. Now, after that, you have your theory, apparatus, and procedure. The big name that most of you use in university is what? Methodology. That's the big name. That's how in the university they tell you introduction chapter 1, literature chapter 2, methodology chapter 3. It's not that chapter 4 and then conclusion chapter 5. That's the minimum number of chapters you are told to write your thesis. And then conclusion and recommendation. And then you have your nomenclature, and then references, appendices, and then tables. The reason I put this here is that at the beginning, most people are not able to put tables and figures where they are referred to. What they do is to dump it at the end, but now we can do it. We can put that table properly. I can put a figure anywhere. I can put the table anywhere where it is referred to. So that is no problem. We don't dump tables and figures at the end anymore. Now, if you want to contribute to your professional group by writing a paper, what format do you use? That's the paper format. Look at that. You must have abstract and summary. It's not the title page is not even on a page. It's just like title. You will see it in the paper. A page is not devoted to title, but in a report, a page is devoted to title. Is that correct? So the right, look at in a paper. You don't go on to do the introduction. History 1, 2, 3 are combined under what? Introduction. The next thing you will do is to results and discussion and computer accommodation. Other things to follow. I've shown you this format. This format I show you here, this one is called collegiate format, university format. That's how most of us who are not in university present our report, our thesis. Many reports still follow that format. EIA still follow that format. But unlike university, I can separate the pages, the chapters, any number I want. So what means that I don't have to stop in chapter 5. You understand? I can take one thing, chapter 6, chapter 7. Now, I'm going to show you another format. They call that engineer format. I'm looking at the report. Engineer format is a little, it's like a man is in a hurry. And also, let me make a comment here. In maybe reservoir engineering report, you know what we do here? We do what we do here is either summary, or we call it executive summary, which is a little bigger than the summary because it contains some background information. And of course, it will tell you that is very good. Look at what the engineer does. This is on this side. Look at his own section. He gives the executive summary and he gives what? Recommendation. Is that so? These two are the most important thing in that report. The man will not be interested in giving you details. That's what the MP knows. Give me a summary and tell me what you think. Which means, in the collegiate format, what happens is that you build up the climax, isn't it? Build up the conclusion and recommendation. But here, you show the climax before you do details. That's all about the engineering format. Because it is after the executive summary and recommendation. Why do you recommend this? This is why it's doing. And they said, how did you do this? Start giving details. But that is not how our field review, it's not how it is done. We have executive summary, but we still build up. But this one is, but what? Yeah, but this one is put side by side with the normal one I've told you. This is the collegiate. You can see the giving introduction, objective scope of what previous work and other things. That's how it is done. You build up, look at where the recommendation is. So here, look at where the recommendation is. But we don't use the engineering outline for reports that are more than 5 pages. We cannot use it for environmental impact report. We cannot use it for report for field study. It's about field development study. We don't use it. But it's the style, the format that's also there. Yeah, what I'm mainly highlighting is sectioning as one of the characteristics of the format. But that is not all. We look at how the writing, references, and other things are also part of the format. Now, let us look at title page. I think somebody pointed out something on title. The title can be wrong. The title is informative, but what? Concise. title is not a signboard. I don't know whether I understand. Don't say all on the title. And your title, after your title page, you must tell me who you are. That's writing the report. What is your affiliation? By affiliation, you know what I mean. Within your system, you have a department. Outside your system, you have a company. I hope you know that. If you go to a conference, your affiliation is the IDS PC. On this side, you are writing, it is the planning IDS inside there. Normally, we give a whole page for a title. I'm going to show you. I want you to read it and help me find out why those titles are not there. Show me why those titles are not there. Number one, let's take number one. Like what you said. Why? Because we don't advertise you don't use your heading to advertise, because I can read it and find out what you call simplified is actually more difficult than what I know how to do. So that simplified is a bad qualifier. Is it not true? Go ahead and write your title. It is when I finish reading your paper, I say, oh, that's a good method. It's a simplified. But don't force simplified on me. So we take empirical. You know, you ask yourself why empirical. You know, empirical is a correlation is a correlation of a kind, isn't it? It's a correlation of a kind. You are correlating things. Now, the next question is: do you have to tell somebody you use correlation for estimating something? No. I want you to listen. It should be empirical correlations for effective oil probability. Is that correct? And then, that one, and some fluid, and you can remove the sum. Yes. But the most important thing is that, do you need to tell me that fluid parameters are functions of pressure? We know that. Yes. Don't you know that? We know that. So when you say empirical correlation for effective oil probability and fluid parameters, even reservoir, once you start talking about probability, you are talking about reservoirs. Why don't you now say effective empirical correlation for effective oil probability and fluid parameters in the Niger Delta? That's what I think it should be. Empirical correlations for effective oil probability and fluid parameters in the Niger Delta. It is only reservoirs have probability. Effective probability. That's what they're talking about. So you can see that a lot of things, you have to question your own title. Question it. Yeah, I agree with you, but don't advertise it. Just write your own. You have written, I also wrote. It is me that will read, another person reads mine and reads yours and makes up his mind. I like that. I like that. Do you ever said, if it's a business proposal, you have to prop it up. But there's a level of propping up that you will do, and they know you are empty. He said it right. Business proposal is a sales proposal, but there's a level you do it. Prop it up without substance. You understand what I'm saying? Technical. Substance that will make me know it is simple. Not just in words. Now, look at another one, an integrated approach for solutions and treatment. When drilling through troublesome shells, the geologists tell us what that thing should be. Yes, I agree. Yes. What else? Okay, I agree with you, but let me tell you, I can clear two of them. What are dealing through troublesome cells with that? That's all he did. Inside the test, you bring out whether it's a treatment or whether it's a solution. You don't have to tell him that. It is simply, he's talking about drilling through troublesome cells with water-based mud. Inside it, you raise issues, he will solve the problem. They don't have to be on the heading. That's what I'm saying. Drilling through troublesome cells with what? Water-based mud inside it. So what I'm
drilling through troublesome cells with water-based mud. The person will now put the knife and it's better out.
Whatever it is, they write it, but what I'm saying is that whether who knows the integration approach. Until I read it, allow the topic to be snappy. I read the paper, I get what I want. Even the abstract can tell me a lot.
Well, you need to do some of what like programs or something like that. You see, rather than package or items,
that's what Kingsley said. He's a salesman. He wants you to come. I don't know. Do you understand? That's a sales proposal. That title is not just a title, but it's a proposal. Okay, let's differentiate it from the title of a technical report, not a title of a proposal. Okay, I'll quickly run through table of content. What do I call it? Title page. This one, a man called Professor Ikoku, many of you may know him, used this for his report at Stanford. You can see that the title is Transient Flow of Non in Porous Media. This is the report number, technical report number 9. This is Ikoku and his supervisor. You know, this kind of things. And then the people that gave the money to do this work is this. I will show you what I use for my thesis. This is what I use for my thesis. Impartial fulfillment, all those ones. That's the title page. You have, now this is the table of contents. It's simply a listing of major subjects and pages where you find it. It is not everything that we put here. I said major. Major what? Subjects. And then one thing I would like you to know, see how it is beautified. What I'm saying is that there's a hierarchy. You see these ones, they are under theory. Can you see how it's arranged? It's not competing with them here. It is theory. This ones, everybody knows that these things are under here. Is that correct? And then I hope you know that those your dots you put, they are not necessary. Pam, 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 pam. They make it nasty. They make it too busy. Just use your tab. Bam, bam, bam. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. Right like this. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Results and discussions.
No, results and discussions.
And discussion. Oh. You mean you are trying to say we don't have discussions?
And the results
just results. Well, what about if we have more than one result? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Results. The S in result. You are contesting the S in discussion. I think you may be right too, but I don't know. Is it discussions or you can have discussions? You can have discussions too. You can have discussions. You can have results. You can have discussions. Different discussions. I believe it. Okay. Okay. 150. This one. I understand what you're saying. No. True, but at times you notice that it has come to become one word too. It's a type of test. It should. No. It's a test that the main thing is one kind of test they call fall-off test. Go to what? Okay, go ahead. Let's review it down.
Because they are different types. I didn't know that.
No, you are not in the area. Okay, let me tell you, there's a build-up test. We used to write build-up, but now we have taken the hyphen out to become build just UP. Is that correct? Actually, no. Let me tell you what we did. We used to have, look at this. We used to have, when it came, but now, the way we write this now is that we decided it's one word. Do you understand? These tests that are analyzed used to be. But now, it has now become. This is the opposite of this in types of tests. We are using the test to find something. We are trying to locate something. But these are the type of tests we use in locating that thing. Yes. Mohammed, I will give you more of my papers so that you go and review them. I will give you more so that you have enough work for yourself. No.
You wrote it like this in 1980?
Yes. That is it.
So you were not following the standard then?
No. This is the title of my thesis. Please, let's go ahead. I'm going to be in trouble. Okay, I've shown you this, and I'll show you. If I'm doing this now, I will not do all in capital letter like this. That is a list of tables. You know, I'm going to write. You know why we do this? Why do we do list of table of contents? The reader may be looking for something specific. Why do we do a list of tables? The reader may be looking for a specific table and goes easily and finds it. Why do we do list of figures? The reader may be looking for. Are we together? Yes. List of tables and figures will also help you to learn to number your figures and tables so that you don't be saying in the figure above, in the figure below. Are we together? It's a proper noun in figure 1. If I'm doing this, I will not. If this is a table, let's say I'll do table. The thing is that table 2.1. I'll say definition. Definition of radius of. Yeah. All of them don't have to. I won't do this again like that. I'll do it like. Do you understand why I say I'm going to do it now? I'll do it like I did my figures, not the way. Yes, sir.
In some cases, the body of the report, you see someone referring to a table, you say, I'll show you in table 1 below. Is it proper?
No. Look, listen to what he said. Why I don't like the word below and above? Because if you are at the bottom and say it's below, if you type, you go to the hand and it's above. It's like you are going, I'll be calling you, hey. Most of you will not listen. The reason we give title, when you say figure 1, my job is to find figure 1, not whether it's above or below. And also, put your figure close to where you refer to it first. Do you understand? Not if you put a figure in the page 1, if you refer to a figure on page 1, the next thing you see that figure is page 4. No. It should be either page 1 or page 2. Close to where it is referred to, because I can just cross my eyes and look at it. Okay, I think I can go on. This is a list of figures. You see what I did there. Now, let's look at abstract. If I tell you this is the most important part of your report, most important, most MDs, that is all they read. They don't need to know how you calculate volume. But they want to see result, not the, how you did their material balance. They are not interested. That's why we craft this area in a nice way so that people see. What your abstract should contain is what you did, method you use, key results you obtained, limitations and applications, if any. If you are going for a conference, they normally tell you don't exceed 200 words. Actually, SP is 150. Yeah, 150. But if it's a report, your maximum is 1 page. If it's executive summary, it can exceed 1, 2, or about 2, 3. A little bigger. Most of you, when you write abstract, you start with introduction. It's not introduction. Are we together? Notice where abstract is. I think it's in the preliminary section. It's in the preliminary section. It's not part of the test. It is, look at this guy. I want you to read this thing. This is something I picked up. And this is what he calls an abstract. Let all of us read your own and tell me whether it is true. Is this a correct abstract or is it a bad abstract? Because you have to judge this abstract based on what an abstract should actually contain. Are we together? Okay, I'll leave 1 minute. Read it. Is that an abstract? Why? When you say it is not, you have to give your reasons. Why? No, tell me why. Which of them is not contained here? Did it contain what he did? Look at this. Okay, let's say the first. Let's read this one and see whether water pollution due to industrial waste and noise pressure is one of the best words all over the world. Is it part of anything? No, it's not. It's an introduction. Now he said the treatment of audio started to involve even when this is also not useful. Historical information. Now you go to the watering of rain is a very technique. This is another long story. To reduce it, the drilling fluid due to their region are the most difficult ways to be treated. Nonsense. He didn't tell us what exactly he did. He didn't tell us how did you do that. He didn't tell us the results. But the guy has written it and said it is what? An abstract. It is not the things we call abstract that are abstract. Is it not true? That's not an abstract. In books, what we have is actually prefix and forward. And they contain basically the same thing an abstract will contain. Background of the book, purpose of the book, scope and limitation. But the author writes the preface. Somebody, maybe my student wrote a book, I will write a forward for him. You notice that the language of preface and forward, it will show you that there are two different people. The forward is, I'll read the book and try to give you what the book is all about. I don't know whether you understand. You, the writer, writes the preface. The man you gave to read and tell people it's an excellent book, he does that, he does that. He writes the what? Forward.
I've seen it looks appropriate. Like the guy, the man that writes the forward also puts his name there. How written.
Oh yes, you can, but it's not the author.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, you can write your name. Yeah, they write their name inside it. But you notice, but all of them, if you read it, it's like the way the man who wrote the forward, he is writing about the way he has seen the book. The writer himself in the preface is writing as the way he organized his book. The other one will say, write about the same thing. The language will be different because they are different people. But a preface may contain acknowledgement. But a forward, a preface, but a forward will never, because he doesn't know who helped. I don't know whether I understand. In some cases, people write acknowledgement before they finish the forward. I wish to thank you for typesetting, to reading, for, that's how books are written. Are we together? Okay. Now, if you take introduction, that's where you open your mouth and lay down the background. You lay the blocks. Start with generalities on the subject and gradually take the reader where we are going to, in the direction of your work. Definitions here. Just like that man was writing about, these are things that should have been in introduction. Usually big reports about five or less number of pages. I hope you know that introduction in a paper contains both introduction, literature review, and then statement of the problem combined in one name called introduction. That's for a paper. And yet, we don't expect it to be more than a page and a half. Now, what is literature review? You ask yourself, there's a section called it. That section, they want to force you to read about other related work. They want you to get organized and make sure you are not going to reinvent the wheel. Some of you, I tell you now, okay, go and tell me how IDSL will be more efficient. Some of you will go into the room, quickly write, sack the managing director. Without going to do a study of how organizations are reorganized for profit. Just enter the house and come out with a recommendation. Of course, that recommendation will not stand the test of time. I hope you know. If we implement it, the next year we are where we are. They want you to go and search, not only in Nigeria, in the whole world, how successful organizations are built and managed. So, any person that are not ready to read, they are not yet ready to write. Some of the things you are going to use to analyze your work, you see it said when you are reading the literature. And when we read lecture, I think I told you that we don't copy people verbatim. I tell you that where I remember, I think Newton's law says every object remains in a state of motion or uniform motion unless acted upon by impressed force. That's my language. Probably that's not what Newton told us. That's not how he said it. But if I ever say something like that I derive from Newton, I must give him respect for that by doing what they call referencing. You may not know a professor can be sacked. That is the deadliest sin in academia. Deadly, you know what I mean? Deadliest. Right now, some students write paper and put my name. That's one thing I'm afraid of. I just told some boy, I didn't remember him. He was writing paper and writing. I said, please, don't because I don't know whether he copied it. Because if they catch him, it is us. I didn't read the paper. He recited the paper. He wrote the first one. I've been asking. I can't remember all my students. So he wrote the second one. I put my hand and said, stop. Don't do that. Plagiarism is a sin that is found out. And what we do, if we take somebody's work, listen, we say, maybe there are two methods that we use to tell people that this work doesn't belong to you. Number one, I'm going to use what they call the number method. They gave it names, there are times I forget. One of it is a Harvard system. I think the Harvard is the one that here. For example, I'm reading Edet and Okonkwo's work. And then I have to say what they say. I said, in my own words, so I said, Edet, that's the first work. Edet and Okonkwo. You know what I do? The first work I put reference subscript 1. Some people will put it in bracket 1. Concluded that or stated that. And then I write, and then another person I want to use is also Obi, Mark Obi. Remember, I'm not writing the first names, I'm writing only the surnames. And then I'll go and write Obi, maybe Obi. Obi is the second one. Obi disagreed. For some reason. Maybe the next person is Akpan. And Akpan, there are more than two authors. I don't write all their names here. I'll write Akpan, Etal. Etal simply means and others. So I'll write Akpan. I'll read it again, I'll write Akpan. Etal. And then 3. You know what? Once I finish the work, I'll go in my reference section and list them. Number 1, I will write, now I put their initials, Edet, Michael, and Okonkwo, Ruben. There's a format to it too. It can be Edet, Michael, full stop, and then I put like this, I put the title, and then I put things like year of publication of the journal, name of the journal. The order will vary from journal to journal and from profession to profession. Find out what your profession uses. I'll show you. And then what it means is that this is number 1. I will write out. Number 2 is about Obi. Number 3, I will write Akpan. Even if there were 20 names with Akpan, I will write all of them. I don't use the tile again. Do you understand? That's what we call the number system. What is the problem with this numbering system? Let me show you. Assuming that after I've worked, I would have put Ekpenyong here as number 2 instead of this guy. It will change the whole number. I hope you know that. Ekpenyong, whatever. Ekpenyong now becomes number 2. This guy becomes what? 3. This one becomes what? 4. So it will change it. That's one of the problems we're having. But now, those who know how to use Microsoft Word can use it automatically. Immediately you insert Ekpenyong and put 3, you adjust the whole number. But remember, you have to come here again on a reference session and insert Ekpenyong where it belongs. That's what? That's what? I think I was saying. Yes, it will change everything. This is what we call number system. But that's also the year system. Year system will not use number. What it does is, once you say, what you do is year of publication, maybe 1980. You put in bracket 1980. This guy, you put it in, this guy is not, okay, let's say this guy is not there. This guy is 1964. Like that. This guy is 1984. In bracket 1984. This is the year system. If you use year system, when you get to the reference system, you put them in alphabetical order. So the man that you refer to last, if his name starts in A, he will be number 1. You understand that? This is very good in writing big report, because assuming I inserted a Ekpenyong here and wrote 1981, it will not change anything here. It will only change in the other side. So we find it very convenient, particularly for writing big reports. The number system is what the SP uses for papers. Papers, small paper, you can run through quickly. Are we together?
Sorry.
Yes, sir.
If you are referencing two materials,
Good question. A and B. A and B. But when you get there, you have to write A, you write total, the title and other thing. B, you write also the title. You wrote 2 papers. Are we together? In the same year. That's the problem. Class rep is tired. You're trying to tell me it's 4. You just came now. So you lost your... Okay, I think I've said it. Let me see where we are. Let me finish this. Okay. What do you think? We'll go? Okay. Okay, can we stop here? But remind me tomorrow.